to the message. If it does not resonate with you, then you are part of the problem. It's not a race thing, it's a human thing. Let's go ahead and get straight to it.
Benjamin, George, and Thomas are not America's founding fathers. Listen, I'm the pimp who built this shit in trust. At every chance, I'm unzipping my pants so I can pour out my penis and piss in your mouth. I'm nasty like that. You are my puppet, and I got you held up by my strings. Keep that gun at your temple. It's simple. I'm the pimp who built this, and I put drug dealers on corners so they can make my money, and I put white collars in corner offices so they can make my money. And while you're out here doing 9 to 5, I'm working overtime to make sure the hungry never get fed, to make sure them colored kids never go to college. Keep that knowledge shit out their head. I'm bad. Lucifer ain't got a damn thing on me. I fucked myself and gave birth to slavery. You thought when they genocided Native Americans, they were moving west? Motherfucker, they were moving toward me. They call me capitalism. And I slit throats with dollar signs. I'll tie the American dream around your neck and laugh while you lynch yourself for a dime. Your soul is mine. All your thoughts belong to me. I'm the reason women take off clothes and keep a pole between their legs. I'm the reason executive directors bring their work home and never work on working on their homes. My favorite color is green. My only hobby is sex, and I do one hell of a job fucking people over. I rape the rich and I ejaculate on the poor as to keep my system in check. And the rest of y'all in the middle are like toilet tissue. I wipe my ass with you. Do you understand? I am capitalism. Racism is my son. Gentrification is his sister. The jail system is my illegitimate daughter, and public schools are my badass grandkids. Can't you see? All of your oppression is related back to me. I'm the king in this bitch, and I'm so slick with the shit. I got you thinking you only work for what you need. My blood is made of envy. I breathe death into your greed. You are a slave to me. Bow down. Get this money. Sell your soul. Here's a nickel and a dime. Turn that shit into gold. Become cold, ruthless. Destroy any worthless human being you have to. You worship me because I control everything. And I know you think I'm bad as hell, but the motherfucker ain't got shit on me. And the more you reach for that monetary peak, you become more like me. And when poverty is thick and a single mother has to sell her body to dick to feed her fatherless kids, remember, America never had founding fathers. It always had me, and believe I'm the pimp who built this shit. And you, well, you ain't nothing but my bitch.
If that does not speak to you, then I don't know what will. We all go through the same struggle. It doesn't matter whether you're white, you're black, you're Asian, Indian, Filipino. It doesn't matter. We all go through the same struggle under the same system. And eventually, we need to wake up and unite to stop the bull. Take it.
Yo, that is true. That is deep, and that is impactful, yo. It's called an eye-opening poem, right, on capitalism by Portia Olewio. Oh, wait a minute. Portia Olewio. What the heck? They be having these weird last names. Is she from here? How the heck do you say her name? Olawyiwola. Listen, Portia Olawyiwola. I can't get her last name right. But yo, that John is deep. She explained a lot in them 2 minutes, yo. Blessings, yo. Big shout out to Gary Busted Down Brown, right? Gelly, blessings. Welcome to the live. Blessings, right? I want to welcome everybody to the Writers for Life Racheal. Let's talk about it podcast, yo. But today we're gonna be doing TikTok reviews and reaction, and that first video was deep. Yo, I think we need more poetry like this. I can't wait for Nate the Great podcast to start his poetry night show. Like, man, like, let us shorty know what y'all think about that poetry. Yo, I'm telling you, she just described everything that is happening around us, right? And what's crazy is that when you look at the person next to you sometimes, right, it's like you look at them and you see nothing but a demon standing in front of you. And that's what they give you to see. You see where I'm coming from? Like, with the behavior that they display, Whew, that's deep. She got me wanting to sit down and just, start writing. Wow, she explained the whole capital system in 2 minutes. Well done, sister. This touched my soul and made me cry. No matter the color, we are all trapped by capitalism. It's sad, but the truth hurts, and she is dead on point. And it's crazy how she describes herself like Lucifer. Yo, it's funny how here in America, right, we pinpoint the blame in everybody. And when, somebody makes a mistake, they say the devil made them do it. When they can't seem to find, right, how to fix their mistake. What you looking for? Go ahead. When they can't seem to find and fix their mistake, right, they blame God for that. And it's something that my baby pops taught me, right? And something that the word talks about a lot, right? And if y'all haven't checked out the word, make sure y'all do, right? We don't know how to take accountability for none of our actions. So for those of y'all, right, just in case, right, I want y'all to hear it one more time, but don't let it go over your heads. Don't let it go beneath it either. It's just a little food for thought. Yo, she killed this shit. Bars, yo, for real.
Time to listen to the message. If it does not resonate with you, then you are part of the problem. It's not a race thing. It's a human thing. Let's go ahead and get straight to it.
Benjamin, George, and Thomas are not America's founding fathers. Listen, I'm the pimp who built this shit in trust. At every chance, I'm unzipping my pants so I can pour out my penis and piss in your mouth. I'm nasty like that. You are my puppet, and I got you held up by my strings. Keep that gun at your temple. It's simple. I'm the pimp who built this, and I put drug dealers on corners so they can make my money, and I put white collars in corner offices so they can make my money. And while you're out here doing 9 to 5, I'm working overtime to make sure the hungry never get fed, to make sure them colored kids never go to college. Keep that knowledge shit out their head. I'm bad. Lucifer ain't got a damn thing on me. I fucked myself and gave birth to slavery. You thought when they genocided Native Americans they were moving west? Motherfucker, they were moving toward me. They call me capitalism. And I slit throats with dollar signs. I'll tie the American dream around your neck and laugh while you lynch yourself for a dime. Your soul is mine. All your thoughts belong to me. I'm the reason women take off clothes and keep a pole between their legs. I'm the reason executive directors bring their work home and never work on working on their homes. My favorite color is green. My only hobby is sex, and I do one hell of a job fucking people over. I rape the rich and I ejaculate on the poor as to keep my system in check. And the rest of y'all in the middle are like toilet tissue. I wipe my ass with you. Do you understand? I am capitalism. Racism is my son. Gentrification is his sister. The jail system is my illegitimate daughter, and public schools are my badass grandkids. Can't you see? All of your oppression is related back to me. I'm the king in this bitch, and I'm so slick with the shit. I got you thinking you only work for what you need. My blood is made of envy. I breathe death into your grave. You are a slave to me. Bow down. Get this money. Sell your soul. Here's a nickel and a dime. Turn that shit into gold. Become cold. Ruthless. Destroy any worthless human being you have to. You worship me because I control everything. And I know you thought the devil was bad as hell, but the motherfucker ain't got shit on me. And the more you reach for that monetary peak, you become more like me. And when poverty is thick, and a single mother has to sell her body to dick to...
Is loaded? Hey, what happened? Is it the video?
Take the time to listen to the message. If it does not...
It's bad as hell, but the motherfucker ain't got shit on me. And the more you reach for that monetary peak, you become more like me. And when poverty is thick, and a single mother has to sell her body to dick to feed her fatherless kids, remember, America never had founding fathers. It always had me, and believe I'm the pimp who built this shit. And you ain't nothing but my bitch.
Damn. I mean, shit, she just dropped the She just dropped the mic on that one, man. I don't can anybody touch that? Anybody around right now on YouTube touch this right here? Like shit, I know we got some poets out here, man. Yo, that shit is so cool. Oh man. Yo, do a shorty a favor, man. Share this live, man. Let's listen, man. More people gotta see this. Let me see. Can I share? Yes, I can. No. Here we go. I'm gonna leave the link to this video for anybody that wishes to copy it. Right? It's gonna be in the chat down below. There you go. That's for y'all. Right? We're gonna move on to the next video, right? See what it's about. So like always, right, today we're gonna be watching TikTok videos, right, that might make you, either question reality, call cap. They might make you laugh. You see where I'm cut? Or they might teach you something. So it depends on how you perceive these videos, right? It's how they're gonna make you feel.
The boy said, "Go back to your home country, you black bitch."
Damn.
White people, some are nice, some are not nice. But today, I was just offended, to be honest. The boy said, "Go back to your home country, you black bitch."
Which boy is that?
I can't say. We're all equal, to be honest. So I don't know why he thinks he's better than everyone.
Wow.
And that black people are different.
Wow.
It's unfair.
Right.
Mom, you probably don't know this, but in the 1800s, black people were slaves. I know it's...
He said, Mom, you don't know this.
Like, white people are still treating us like what we're ants.
Wow.
It's unfair, to be honest. Especially because that's my home country. I wasn't brought up that way. I was brought up to love everyone.
Right.
Okay? All I want is love. Although I don't even know what's in him. I don't know what he was thinking. Because in my school,
Right.
guys, I mostly get the blame for anything, no matter if someone does something to me first. All I'm saying is, white people need to change.
Hey, that's deep.
My mom and dad didn't bring me up that way. Brought me up that way. We're supposed to love all of each other. Even if we're not siblings, even if we're not friends, you can't treat someone else because of their skin color.
Wow.
It's unfair. Okay, what if I treated you that way? Okay. All I can say is that black people get the worst treatment.
He ain't lying,
And
but
I'm
he's so
sorry
young.
again that someone made you feel like it's all right.
Aww.
I love you,
We did a hug.
Someone made you feel like, oh, you're a piece of mud or something. No, you're not. You have your own family and you're loved by your family. Okay? Just remember that.
Yo, Dito. He is so young saying these words, right? And what's crazy is, right, we're in 2025. Why is we still dealing with racism, right? The majority of our kids is, their blood is mixed, their DNA is mixed. And we still dealing with racism. I know we still got, white people that still can't get out of, 1852, 1952. You see where I'm coming from? Whichever, century, whichever era, right? Listen, we still got those people that are stuck back in the days. Like, it's crazy because even amongst ourselves, right, we got people that can't change, that are stuck in the old ways. Why is this happening? That's something I cannot seem to answer, right? But it is sad, right? Like, even out here within my own community, when I walk outside sometimes, right, to hear a little kid, right, tell two siblings just because one is darker and the other one is lighter, right? Oh, y'all cannot be related. How can you be related? She's black and he's white. You see where I'm coming from? Or, he's black and she's white. Like, come on, like, Why can't they be siblings just because one looks like he's white and the other one looks like he's either brown or he's black? Like, come, like shit like that needs to, change. But like I've said time after time, we can't make that change unless we start within ourselves, right? It starts within us first. But I guess people will see it. Let's move on.
Ain't nothing be a fucking man. Fuck that, Troy. I'm out. Goddamn.
Poor Troy.
Fucking man. I didn't marry no pussy. I owe it. I don't give a fuck. Ain't nothing be a fucking man.
Oh, I'm guessing Troy wasn't man enough. Oh, you should have had the Tony Braxton in the background, but there's no comments on this. John, shit, Tony need to man up, man. Pop his mama nipple out his mouth and do what he got to do. Man, a happy wife is a happy life. Tony need to just walk away. That's it. Just walk away. What does it say? Apartment neighbors are better than TV. Hey, yo. Let us really know what y'all think about that little clip down below, man.
Relationship is not about age, not about distance, and not about communicating with each other every day. It's about trust and loyalty. The trust of a woman to her man, and the loyalty of the man to his woman. Relationship is not about age, not about distance, and not about communicating with each other every day. It's about trust and loyalty. The trust of a woman to her man, and the loyalty of the man to his woman.
I think it's a vice versa thing. Shout out to who made that little video. But yeah, I think it's a vice versa. There should be trust and loyalty on both sides. If you can't trust neither side, right, neither party, what's the point of being in a relationship? And I don't get tired of saying that. If you can't trust your other half, you might as well leave. You might as well end the relationship. Because if there's no trust, there's no love. If there's no trust and love, there's no loyalty. Listen, to each his own. I'm hoping y'all get it, right? Somebody says over here, actually, I'm living a testimony. It just feels so right when you met that one puzzle who completes your life. We truly happy in our life. Our love is still going. Que lindo. Yes, you can. It's not for the weak. That's if you pick the right, partner. But people, so, we in 2025, people just rushing into it. They just popping babies out, Some, turns out okay, but the majority of them end up being in toxic relationships. Co-parenting that, can't seem to get along to raise their own kids, right? Cocoons that can never seem to blossom.
This that Bible talk. This that dying to your flesh and cut your models off.
Let me find out.
Your cars and how much ice you bought. And we judging by the fruit, so walk out Christ and walk. This that Bible talk. This that dying to your flesh and cut your models off.
It's that right talk.
About your cars and how much ice you bought.
Oh,
and we judging by the fruit, so walk out Christ and walk.
Lord have mercy, Jesus. Yo. Stop playing about Christ. That shit lit though. Hold up, Christian rappers bash secular music so much. I don't like secular music either. And yes, I am a Christian, but they try to sound just like what the fuck is secular music? I don't know. I love finding new Christian music. God bless. Whoa, released too soon. They ain't ready for that. I want that shirt. What the hell is his shirt? I ain't gonna sit here and now he got that little, it's that Bible rap. Yo, what the fuck?
This that Bible talk. This that dying to your
Bible talk.
Cut your models off.
Oh shit.
I don't care about your cars and how much ice you bought. And we judging by the fruit, so walk out Christ and walk.
He just put a little crip walk in there. I don't know. Maybe I'm drunk. Listen.
This that Bible talk. This that dying to your flesh and cut your models off. I don't care about your cars and how much ice you bought. And we judging by the fruit, so walk out Christ and walk.
Whew. I like that. Man, yo, TikTok, y'all got me wanting to go back to writing. Like, what's up? I need to get off TikTok sometimes, maybe. Whew. But I got my TikTok back. I ain't off that, John. I'm getting back on my poetry. Y'all got me chopped. Snap, yo, I like that. It's that Bible talk. Shit. Somebody said Bible rap is taking over. Whoever reposted that, John, man.
So I have a question for the Latino community.
What's up?
if you grew up in a black household and you were getting a whooping and grabbed the belt, that might as well have been a war crime. Like you breaking the Geneva Convention.
Huh?
So my question is, if you grew up in a Latina household and let's say your mother or your abuela threw the chancla at you and you caught it like midair,
you better run.
What happened next?
You better run. You caught the chancleta, the 2x4 coming.
Tell the tale.
Yeah.
Are y'all alive?
I mean, I didn't get my ass whooped on my siblings, my cousins.
I need to know.
Man. I just told you.
I have a
shit. If you catch that chancleta in mid-air, you better run because they got a freaking 2x4 ready. And if listen, the 2x4 right there, they don't got the 2x4 next to them. They got something else ready. Shit, run. I mean, I'm just saying, run. Because like somebody over here said, it gets worse. Never ever stop the process, yo. Man, and I'm telling you, I don't know, like, how did the kids back in the 90s survive? Because they got their asses whooped. Shit, you whoop a kid's ass now, shit. They got bruises, bad as shit. I mean, no, I think the parents are doing it already. Like, they really old. But shit, how in the world did the parents and the grandparents do it back then? I swear to God, they would grab that 2x4 and they would not break a leg, but they would make you feel that shit, and they would repeat that shit. Wah, 1, wah, 2, wah, 3, wah, wah, wah. Me escuchaste, me cago en on some real shit, pendejo. Me cago en tu madre. Wah, wah, wah. There you go. How did they survive? Listen. I'm about to have a family. I gotta call my cousin. I need to find this out. I mean, I can't ask my brother. He's not here. So I gotta definitely call my cousin. Like, yo, cuz, like, how did you survive? Shit. I mean, is your body built to, get hit by a car too? Shit. I'm a little curious. You got me thinking though. And somebody said, yep, and putting up your hands to block the hits, that really set my mom off. Isn't that child abuse? I gasped as soon as you said and caught it. Yeah. Shit, catch that junk with that in midair. Let's travel back in time and see what happens. I don't know why they keep saying. I mean, I don't know why people keep thinking that the Hispanic families are way different from the black. They're really not. And I, listen, I grew up in between both. They not. You know what changes? The seasoning in the soul food. But let's move on.
You want to hear a crazy study? They did a study on women's brains and found cells from their children in their brains from pregnancy. So, in reality, on a cellular level, a child is a cellular extension of his mother, which means when we as dads are frustrated or impatient or angry, when we do all that with our children, in our brain, it has nothing to do with mama. But in her brain, because she still shares cells with her child, it has everything to do with her.
Oh,
so if you want to love your wife or your partner really well, treat your children with
funny as shit.
Be slow to frustration and love them well, because she's going to feel it in her cells. You want to
Oh, Dito, you so cute. I don't know if that's true, but let's see. Yes, and even the babies that didn't make it. Yo. Hold up. Hence why the mama bear came out in me at every time. Real shit. That's crazy. I wonder why it affected me so bad when their dad would yell it that them makes the it does kind of make sense, right? I can yell at her, right? When I'm frustrated and I don't feel it. But when he yells at her, I feel what she's feeling. Yo. Dude, you about to make me go down a rabbit hole too? Lord have mercy. Yo, how you feeling? How you living, man? What up, BDGBP? My bad. Guys, make sure y'all go check out BDBGP, right? He be having some great ass beats, beats tournaments, and much more, right? So if you're into music, if you're into beats, BDBGP is the guy to go to, man. So Listen, make sure you check him out. This shit is crazy, yo.
This is about to piss me off.
What?
Jesus is the Son of God, and the sun is considered a star that's in the morning sky. And Lucifer is considered a name.
Did she repeat it again? Wait, what happened?
Morning star. Who the fuck is who? If God created light from the darkness of the first, only to make the sun and the moon on the fourth day, and the sun was not created to shine light upon the earth in the morning sky, nor was the moon created to shine light upon the earth in the dark sky. What the fuck was the point of the moon and the fucking sun? Because
yo, what the hell?
Because it was created on the fucking first day, which explains why the northern hemisphere, like Alaska, it could be nighttime, but it's still daytime, and there's no fucking moon or sun in the sky. In fact, it was said that God made the stars on the fourth day along with the moon and the sun. The stars' responsibility was to shine light upon the earth and separate the day from the night. Light.
Why are you talking like that?
But why would you need to make the stars to separate the sun from the moon if the world was round? Could you not just put the sun in the northern hemisphere and the moon in the southern hemisphere? No, you could not do that, I guess, if it was not fucking... The only way that makes sense is if the earth was flat, and that the sun and the moon needed to be separated. That means they were together, and the sun and the moon together makes an eclipse. So if light was created from the dark on the first day, and God went 3 days without the moon and sun, only to make the stars with light, would that be the equivalence of the second coming of light? And why is the devil, who is so evil, represented as a snake, which is the serpent, which is the symbol of wisdom, which is the depiction of the Kundalini energy, which is...
I know she is not talking about the rebellious son of God himself, right? Allegedly the rebellious son of God himself. Like, wait a minute. Like, I know everybody knows that the bull got, I'm not even going to say multiple personalities. I mean, he goes by many names. And what's crazy is people don't even know that his first name was Samuel. Samuel. I mean, I'm thinking she's answering. I mean, you know what? Let's just go by what they prefer to call themselves right now. I'm thinking, she's answered her own questions.
Not depicted with one snake, but two snakes, meaning there's two forms of wisdom. Wisdom is knowledge and understanding together. If the serpent was bad for spreading knowledge, and Jesus was here spreading knowledge, and Satan didn't spread knowledge.
But if Lucifer was spreading knowledge like you're saying, was Lucifer really bad? Was he as evil as they're saying? And that's what I'm saying. Here on earth, here in America, right, we blame Lucifer for all the bad things, right? We blame the devil for all the bad things we do, right? It's like we don't seem, right, to know how to hold accountability for everything that we do. And I don't know why we have a tendency of doing that, right? But, shout out to the word. He says it's something called learned behavior. You see where I'm coming from? Shit. And I agree with him. I feel as though that everything that we're doing right here, does that make us free thinkers, right? If it, instead of us, figuring things out, learning these things, right? Soaking in the knowledge that is given to us, right? But instead we sit here and act like we don't know what's going on, or pretend like we don't get the messages that's given to us, right? What does that make us? Free thinkers or puppets with strings attached to our backs?
Who the fuck is the real devil? Especially when the sun is This is about to piss me off. If Jesus is the Son of God, and the sun is considered a star that's in the morning sky, and Lucifer
In 2008, I was framed for murder and wrongfully convicted by the office of Kamala Harris, sentenced 50 to life in prison. It took me 5.5 years to ultimately get back in the trial due to prosecutorial misconduct, and it took me another year to go to my second trial, to which I was vindicated by a jury of my peers. When I got convicted, Kamala Harris was in the courtroom. When I got sentenced 50 to life in prison, Kamala Harris was in the courtroom. When I look back and I seen her, she was smiling. And she did that stupid ass laugh that she do right now. This shit ain't funny. In 2008, I was framed for murder and wrongfully convicted by the office of Kamala Harris.
That shit is not funny. And what's crazy is that I know that a lot of people, a lot of men mistaking Kamala Harris' side. And I feel as though that Kamala Harris, she likes to play with the lives of people and then laugh in their face with it. Because I think, men isn't the only one that she, arrested, right, wrongfully. You got the moms that had sick children, right? They couldn't send their kids to school because they was in and out the hospital with their children, right? And she just didn't care. She was willing to, lock them up and throw away the key. But this is who y'all wanted for president. It's, boy, I tell you.
I just saw something that said growing up in the 90s had to suck. Can you imagine being stuck in a house with no internet? Hey, let me tell you something. There used to be a commercial that aired that would say, it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your kids are? Just to remind our parents that we actually existed. So
I mean, shit, in the 90s, I wasn't born growing up. Shit, we didn't have internet, but we sure as hell had cable. Commercials sucked, but we had fucking cable. I don't know what you're talking about. My childhood wasn't bad.
I promise you, we weren't stuck anywhere. In fact, you want to know what our favorite game was growing up in the 90s? I'll tell you right now. It was called Going Outside. You know, this thing right here, sunlight, green, air. And to double down, you want to know what our favorite toy was? It was a stick. Yeah, the shit you could pull off a branch. You want to know why? It was $3.99, and you could get that bitch anywhere. And here's the thing. That thing could have been anything. It could have been a baseball bat, a weapon to beat the shit out of your brother with. Also, for some of us, it could have been your best friend. You look at your mom and be like, can my friend stay for dinner? Your mom's like, honey, that's a stick. You're like, his name is Michael, and I'd appreciate it if you respected that.
He in the cartoons right now.
With you, didn't he, right? Or maybe that was just me, but the point is, it was called imagination. All of us had it as children. I don't know where that went. We were not
down the drain
up in the 90s, and to be honest with you, it was a much better time than it is now. So how's that for a response? Okay, I just saw something that said growing up.
That's some real shit, yo. For real, for real.
Come here. Look at me.
Are you in there?
What? Why does y'all look familiar? What show is this?
Look at me. Are you in there?
Oh, I ain't get this one.
The only bird that dares to peck an eagle.
Oh, wait a minute. Do you know what's crazy? I need this. So when I get some crazy, wait.
Look at me.
You're not gonna let me
Are
download?
you in there?
Here we go. Ooh, I'm definitely gonna use that for listen. I got something in mind for this.
The only bird that dares to peck an eagle is the crow. The crow sits on the eagle's back and bites his neck. The eagle does not respond, nor fights with the crow. He doesn't spend time or energy on the crow. Instead, he just opens his wings and begins to rise higher in the heavens. The higher the flight, the harder it is for the crow to breathe. And eventually, the crow falls off due to a lack of oxygen. Learn from the eagle and don't fight the crows. Just keep ascending. They might be along for the ride, but they'll soon fall off. Do not allow yourself to succumb to the distractions. Keep your focus on the things above and continue rising. If you're not following, you're probably never going to see us again. If you are, then congratulations. You're growing every day.
Yeah, then I'm a crow then. If listen, damn, why is the symbol for America an eagle if the crow is supposed to be stronger than the eagle?
Like, this is the thing. I don't give a fuck about politics. I don't care. I'll be honest. When motherfuckers be like, "Are you Republican or Democrat?" I don't know what I am, bitch. I'm
What?
Gemini. I'm African American.
Days and I don't know what I am, bitch. I'm Gemini. I am African American. What the hell is going on? He said he can't figure out he's Republican or fucking Democrat. Shit. What does politics got to do with his horoscope?
I'm tired of classifying myself in this world. I don't know what the fuck I am. I'm living. That's it. And I'm gonna keep it a buck.
He non-binary. You don't know what the fuck he is in this world. He can't tell if he's a man or a woman either.
Only voted once in my life, and that was for Barack Obama. And you know what the reason was. Don't even ask me. I didn't care what he planned to do when he got in that bitch. Obviously.
Damn. He could have planned to blow up the country, and you ain't give a fuck just because what?
If y'all ain't never gave a fuck about an election, give a fuck about this one. Once again, I'm just like y'all. I don't give a fuck until now. Do something that y'all don't like doing. Read, motherfucker, read. This Project 25 shit is real. I don't know who's behind this, but I'm not voting for that motherfucker. They don't care. I remember what it was like when I was 18. I didn't care. I didn't vote. I don't care. You think my vote ain't gonna matter? It matters, motherfucker. Think about if you get like 500 people who say, "Oh, my vote don't matter," and the voting come down to, "Oh, we need 500 more yeses to get this motherfucker in." Now you see what the fuck I'm talking about. Every vote counts, bitch. And I'm not talking to the people who already know what's going on. I'm talking to the ones that don't give a fuck. Like I used to be 5-6 years ago. I didn't care. The cost of...
So you ain't give a fuck until the devil came knocking at your door. So until you notice what was in play, you don't start, sitting here and teaming up with people like, wait, it's funny as shit. Yo, it's crazy. Like, it's funny, but it's sad because he's speaking the reality. That's how most people are. Until, something happens to them, right, or they're not able to do something, that's when they give a fuck. But before that, until then, is I don't give a fuck. It's not their problem until the problem hits something that's near them, someone that's near them. Yo, he said, I ain't voting for that motherfucker. He said, I'm Gemini. He said, I don't know what I am. He said, I'm fucking Gemini.
Living
matters. Gas matters. Groceries matters. Taxes matter like a motherfucker when you get a job. We need a break, y'all. We already in a recession. You don't even know what the fuck that means. They don't care. They don't give a fuck. Fucking me up because I know they don't care. I'm trying to reach the same people who will walk outside in 93-degree weather with a damn hood on with a spider web on it with some thick-ass Chuck Taylor Ugg stick-ass platforms because they think it's fire. That's drip. That's fire.
What the fuck? You think Spider-Man coming?
Stupid ass. I'm trying to reach them motherfuckers. They don't care. They don't even care about the weather. I know they don't give a shit about the election. We fucked. We fried. I'm about to go to Canada. I can't do this.
I'm dead.
No more. I'm tired. I think I'm about to do what the Karate Kid did and move to China. I can learn Kung Fu. Check it up. Check it on. Be strong. I gotta be strong. I don't know who the fuck to vote for. I'm tired of this shit. What happened to the American dream? This shit done turned into a nightmare.
Oh shit, he was stuck between Trump and Biden. Trump and, well, at the last minute, Kamala. Oh, wait, you wanted Kamala to win? That's crazy. I keep saying, yo, man, Kamala, I feel as though
The
Kamala,
only bird that dares.
my bad.
Like this.
I feel like Kamala is worse than Trump. But hey, I guess each his own. Yeah, this shit is funny, but serious. Yo, he was speaking some real shit, though. I'm dead.
That's it. I'm calling the police.
What?
I ain't scared no popo. Call the popo, ho. Call the popo, ho. If I call the police, they're gonna be here in 10 minutes. Okay. Then that leave me lying to beat the hell out of you. You think?
Oh shit.
Taekwondo. And I know whoop your ass. That's it. I'm calling the police. I ain't scared no.
That's it? What the fuck? What was the whole point of this? He sound like he hopping on rainbows. It's the faces you make. Your face expressions. This is so funny. I'm dying with laughter. Oh my God. Wait, I'm not even laughing. So I guess it's funny to certain people.
Jesus was a Muslim, or at least according to what the word means. The literal definition of the word Muslim is someone who submits to God's will. That's what the word means. And if you don't trust me, Google it, because when I Googled it, I was shocked. I thought Muslim.
Hold on, wait a minute. He said Google it though. I need to go look at the encyclopedia and the dictionaries and some history books, right? Was Jesus a Muslim? All right, so we're about to come back to that real quick. Hold up, wait a minute. He said Jesus was a Muslim. Wait, this is my first time hearing that. So according to Google, Jesus is understood to have pre-salvation through submission to God's will and worshiping God alone. The Quran states that Jesus will ultimately deny claiming divinity in 5116. Thus, he is considered to have been a Muslim by the religious definition of the term, one who submits to God's will. What religion was Jesus? But over here it says that his religion was Jew. What did Jesus say about Islam? It says, therefore, when you read the New Testament, the subject of Islam and the person of Muhammad are never mentioned, though Jesus does warn generally about false prophets in Matthew 7:15 and 16 and 24 to 25. Did Jesus appear to Muslims? Jesus is appearing to people all over the world, but Muslims in particular are seeing him more and more. Missions Frontiers magazines found 25% of Muslims who convert to Christianity encounter Jesus in a dream or vision, yet some with boots on the ground claim the percentage is too small. Okay, so I'm definitely going down the rabbit hole. Let's continue to listen to what he got to say. Oh, that's some new news. Shit. Yo, man. Yo, TikTok be everywhere, huh? The dive down the rabbit holes on TikTok be deep.
Jesus was a Muslim, or at least according to what the word means. The literal definition of the word Muslim is someone who submits to God's will. That's what the word means. And if you don't trust me, Google it, because when I Googled it, I was shocked. I thought Muslim meant someone that, I don't know, did whatever Muslims do, right? Muslims are this other religion. Turns out, after researching it for the past 3 months, that's not even true! The word Muslim just means someone who submits to the will of God. So people who follow Islam believe that Jesus was a Muslim because he submitted to the will of God. That's literally what the word means. And Jesus prayed like this. It says in the Bible that Jesus fell on his face. So Jesus was doing this, but when you do this, people think, oh, you're doing a Muslim prayer. But this is how Jesus prayed. So was Jesus a Muslim? My world is turning upside down.
The problem with today's society is that people don't do their research, right? And I feel as though that, I don't know if people do this religion thing because of tradition, right? Because of their family and what their family was doing. But me personally, this is why I don't have a religion, right? I want to learn. You see where I'm coming from? So, but I'm not going to sit here and say I'm a part of any religion. I'm a part of any code. You see where I'm coming from? Am I willing to learn from each religion? Yes, I am. But me personally, I don't have one. I'm not going to sit here and have a battle of the gods to see, which one I'm going to worship, right? So, I mean, it's crazy. This is definitely, I people X the word. I don't know if he went live today or what. I know I was doing an hour of this, but I don't know if he's going live. I'm going to check real quick. We know We Unlock Nation is live, guys. Make sure y'all go check out We Unlock Nation. But yeah, there's no signs of word going live today, so shit. But for those of you that haven't checked him out, make sure y'all do, because these are the topics that he will break down. Let me see. Not just a Muslim, but a prophet too. Bro, you're so close to the truth. Keep reading. From Adam to Muhammad, they are Muslims. Jesus is a Muslim, really. Finally, Christians are knowing the truth, finally, and Jesus is human like us. And he messenger. Yeah, that's why I keep saying, why do I keep hearing a lot of people say that Jesus is God. And I thought it was two different people, two different entities. I thought one was a prophet and the other one, was a God, like a God. But hey, I guess to each his own. Everybody will figure it out at their own time.
Wait, does that work with teenagers?
Oh, snap.
Brian, yeah, need you to mow the yard. Bro, it's 100.
They shut him up, though.
Yeah, it works.
I'm done. Listen, it's funny as hell. As funny as it is, I don't think I'm tempted to even try it. My kids would look at me like, what in the world is wrong with you, Mom? Shit, but I am very tempted to, like, when one talks back, to slap them with some cheese. Just throw it right there. Just like they did. OMG.
So did you hear about the husband who served his wife divorce papers because he had a blood test done on his 5-year-old daughter? Come to find out the daughter wasn't his. He's upset. Ooh. He serves her papers. So the mother, who also is complex about this whole situation because she knows that baby is his. She knows there's a problem. So she goes and get a DNA test. Lord and behold, she's not the mother.
What?
So now this boils down to what happened in the hospital. What happened in the hospital? The baby was switched. Now, we don't know if it was done intentionally or if it was done by mistake. But this is 5 years. So now the husband and wife have to go through court. They have to, and unfortunately, they find their child. The baby was in foster care. So they have gone 5 years without their child. And find out that their child was in foster care. And now you got to also remember, now you got a whole year of you have a 5-year-old that you've been raising. So now that child needs to be placed with their parents. The whole ordeal is, I can't imagine it. I cannot imagine it. You guys these hospitals have got to take accountability. You have got to be better. Hey, mothers, take a little fingernail polish and mark your baby's toe whenever they leave that room. So did you hear about
That's crazy. This is not the first time I've heard a story like this. I've listened. I don't know if it's something rare, but I hear it a lot. So just because you hear it a lot, right, but don't see it a lot, does it make it rare? You see, it's hard to explain. But they even got movies, talking about these type of issues, right, happening in hospitals. Babies getting kidnapped, right? Babies getting switched at birth. Like, how in the world, with so many staffs and so many employees in hospitals, something like this is possible? Oh, but I'm gonna sit here and be honest. The husband owes the wife an apology, right? I would apologize to my wife. Go get our real child out of foster care, raise both children, and sue the hospital. Real shit, man. They got one hell of a lawsuit. I would just get my child out of foster care and raise both girls. Would y'all raise both kids? I mean, fellas, what would y'all do, right? If y'all was in a situation like this, right? Would instead of arguing with your wife, would you apologize to your wife, go get your child, and raise both kids, or would you say fuck it? I would love to hear y'all comments down below.
So those of you ladies that are following Glorilla trend and doing the moose knuckle challenge,
didn't we hear this before?
Should have did some research. And for you other ladies that don't know what's going on, Glorilla is starting a new trend where ladies are wearing tight shorts.
We reacted to this before.
To show off their print. And they're naming it the Moose Knuckle Challenge.
Let me see. What is this about? What is the Moose Knuckle Challenge really about? What does moose knuckles mean? Okay, is it fashion? Hold up. Okay, after all this research, I just got to the definition. All right. Moose knuckles, right? The ball joint of the humerus in a moose's skeleton, right? Slang. The noticeable shape of a man's penis when he is wearing tight clothes. Slang. The shape that is noticeable when tight-fitting clothing wedges between a woman's labia. So the word can be used for a man or a woman. So that's the real definition of moose knuckles. So let's see what he's going to say.
Here's the problem. Because if you ladies would have did a little bit more research, you would clearly see that a moose knuckle is the male equivalent of a female camel toe. So as you ladies are following this trend and
hold up. Where he get that definition from?
I just have one question for you. You need gray sweatpants too? Yeah, y'all make me sick. So those of you.
Oh shit! So is he trying to say that gorilla is, a man? It says following gorilla says it all. They was doing that way before TikTok. I call it the man toe or the mangina. What? Wait a minute now. They got words for. I didn't even know that's what it was called. A mantle or a mangina? Gen X here, and yeah, you're right. I personally was thinking, are they trying to say what they have without really? But I just had a whole different definition to it. I mean, so I'm gonna have to look deeper into. Man, let us show you know what y'all think down below, man.
This is from the actual CDC website offering advice to men who want to masquerade as women on how to chest feed babies.
What?
There is nothing about the significant risks to a baby, not to mention torture of an infant trying to suckle at the fake breast of a man who 9 times out of 10 will be getting off sexually. This is the CDC. It's disgusting. The Daily Mail went to actual doctors who said the CDC has a responsibility to disclose the lack of research and the potential risks here, and pointing out that one of the medications used to force a man to produce milk has been linked to heart issues in babies. Heart issues in babies, not to mention the amount of hormones that baby's going to be drinking in. Most of us won't even have a glass of wine while we're breastfeeding our babies, but this is fine. We're going to let the babies get tortured and potentially have heart issues so that some man can get off. This is from the actual CDC website.
I don't even know what to say. Like, I can't. Wow. Hold on.
This is from the actual CDC website offering advice to men who want to masquerade as women on how to chest feed babies. There is nothing about the significant risks to a baby.
Look at me. Are you in there?
I'm questioning reality time after time.
Not to mention torture of an infant trying to suckle at the fake breast of a man who 9 times out of 10 will be getting off sexually. This is the CDC. It's disgusting. The Daily Mail went to actual doctors who said the CDC has a responsibility to disclose the lack of research and the potential risks here, and pointing out that one of the medications used to force a man to produce milk has been linked to heart issues in babies. Heart issues in babies, not to mention the amount of hormones that baby's going to be drinking in. Most of us won't even have a glass of wine while we're breastfeeding our babies, but this is fine. We're going to let the babies get tortured and potentially have heart issues so that some man can get off. This is from the actual CDC.
Yo, I listen. All I can say is, Lord have mercy on us. I don't know why these men want to be women so bad.
Shortly before his death, President John F. Kennedy signed an executive order which was designed to strip away the power of the Federal Reserve. Kennedy was the last president who ever challenged the power of that Federal Reserve. One of the very first things Lyndon B. Johnson did when he assumed the office of presidency was reverse President John F. Kennedy's executive order, ensuring the Federal Reserve maintained its power over the...
Yo, you know what's crazy? This guy right here in the comments makes a good point. A serial number on every dollar, but they can't put one on every ballot. And that's true. They should put a serial number on every ballot. The USA is in debt to the Federal Reserve, owned by the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, the Bush family, and others.
over the American dollar. Now, the American financial system is designed with intricate policies and complicated language. It's designed that way to ensure the average American citizen doesn't develop a well enough understanding of it to better use it for their advantage. However, this animation does a fantastic job of simplistically breaking down the complicated structure of the American financial system and gives us an amazing representation of just what the Federal Reserve actually does. Check this out.
Exhibit A, those who have come to deposit and safely store their earned monies. Exhibit B, those who need to borrow said money for purposes unknown. Hey, that's me! Exhibit C, the bank only has so much money in the vault to lend out to people such as you. But
allegedly,
to you, Pyle, his bank was out of money.
But he gave me lots of money and charged me a lot of interest.
Yes, that's the only way banks make money, by
Leave you
making
broke.
debt loans. Debt equals money pile. Remember that. Debt equals money. The more loans they make, the more money they make.
But if they don't have any money, then where did my money come from?
You're going to want to take a step back, pile.
Whoa! No way! Wait a second, Harmon. I just thought of something. Then where does the Federal...
I mean, shit, people forget what they did to get the Federal Reserve to, happen. How many, how many lives, were taken in order to make that process happen.
Whoa! No way! Wait a second, Harmon. I just thought of something. Then where does the Federal Reserve get their money?
Say, Hartman, no one is allowed inside the Fed. Not you, not me, no American citizen, no duly elected member of our Congress, not the Supreme Court. Not the Supreme Court? Not the Supreme Court, not the Justice Department, not the CIA, DIA, FBI, ATF, ATE, NBC.
Only criminals. I mean, shit. I don't know how to put it, so I'm gonna keep my mouth shut about what I just said. Hopefully, it don't go over y'all heads and y'all get it. Shit, criminals running.
Not even G-O-D. How come the government isn't allowed inside its own building? Government? The Fed is a private bank owned by private stockholders. Do not let the name Federal fool you. This place is about as federal as Federal Express.
A private bank? Private?
Shh. Best to keep your voice down, pal.
I like how they did this.
Federal Reserve.
Hey, Bill here, First National.
Hi there, Bill. How are you?
Good, good. We're running a little low on money.
No problem. How much you need?
Oh, how does 20 million sound? What?
Excellent. We'll ship it over first thing tomorrow.
Wait, he can just call up the Fed and ask for more money and they give him whatever they want?
No, pal. The Fed don't give the banks money. The Fed loans the banks money. The banks have to pay it back with interest.
Wait. I still don't understand. Where does the Fed get their money? I mean, if they're...
So basically, all the banks in America owes the federal banks money. So are they in debt with other countries or are they in debt with the federal bank? That is crazy.
Private bank. You said they're a private bank, right? Okay, so who puts money into the Fed bank?
This is Mel, United States Mint.
Hi, ML. First National needs another 20 millies.
We're already running the presses full steam here, Ethan.
Gotta keep making loans. Gotta keep the money flowing.
All right, you're the Fed. Whatever you guys say. 20 million more by morning.
They printing this shit out.
What's so wrong about the Fed printing money?
Because it's unconstitutional, pal. Our Treasury is supposed to create our money, but now the Fed controls the printing of America's money. Nobody gets a friggin' dollar that the Fed didn't print. So, they print the money, then they loan it to the government, then they charge the government interest, then the government taxes you to pay for it. Wake up, pal.
God, I don't see what the big deal is.
You know, you're right, pal.
Some people are just stupid.
Yeah. I forget how effective they are at keeping you ignorant.
Right?
Before his death, President
Yo, that is. I mean, that's how some people really are. They don't get it. They don't get it until, like the boy on the last video said, the devil comes knocking at their door, right? Oh, man. Somebody said if they sunk the Titanic to start the Federal Reserve, what will they do to keep it? Yo, that's a good question. I ain't even think about that. That's some real shit. If they sunk the Titanic, which wasn't the real Titanic, right, to start the Federal Reserve, what will they do to keep it, right? For those of y'all, right, that want to go down a rabbit hole, right, we did a whole bunch of lives, right, and we uploaded them. It's a little towards the beginning, right, of our lives, right? We went down the rabbit hole on how the Federal Reserve, got started and what really happened to the Titanic. So make sure y'all go check them videos out.
Shut the fuck up. Shut all the way the fuck up until you reach the top of Shut Fuck Mountain where there are no more fuck ups to shut. Shut the fuck up. Shut all the way the fuck up until you reach the top of Shut Fuck Mountain where there.
Damn, it's gonna keep repeating and saying that shit. All right, I get the point. Her daddy's not Jamaican, he's Indian. Her mama's not black, she's Indian. Kamala's life is, listen, man. I mean, I think she's an industry plant. That's what my baby pops called them. Shit, the cat in the hat said the same thing. Industry plants. Their stories are already made for us to, fall for. Shit. Guys, this is all the time that a shorty has, man. If y'all haven't, man, help a shorty out by sharing the live, right? I'm about, until next time, a shorty out. I want to say, give everybody a big shout out and thank you for being here today. Y'all didn't have to be here, but y'all rocked out with a shorty, man. I appreciate those who was here.